Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to, as Steph loves to call it,
Cowboy the Pod,
where we are taking you on our journey of making what is both our debut feature film as a writer-producer and as a director. Also try to share any information, any knowledge, any helpful tools or resources or connections that might inspire someone else to go and do the same. The time is now.
Yes.
Go and take it and make it for yourself. Don't wait for someone or Hollywood or anything to tell you it's okay or to give you resources that you think are unattainable, because all the resources are out there. It might look different than how you expected it to look. It might come in a different way or in a different package than you expected. Artists with a story to tell and something to share that we hope will be beautiful and impactful for people who come to watch it. So, Stephanie, the head lady in charge.
Oh, I love that.
Of Cowboy the movie. We've been friends for many years.
Long time.
We met in acting class pre-pandemic, like 8-ish years ago.
Yeah.
In Studio 24/7. Shout out.
No, big shout out. Yeah.
Person. We started as acting class scene partners.
Right.
And through our beautiful group of friends within that studio became varying degrees of artistic collaborators to get us to this point today.
Yeah.
And this movie certainly would not be happening without Steph at the helm. And been there every step along the way. So I'm really excited to chat with you, ask you questions, have you share your experience with people. Tell us where you're from, how you got to be here today, and then we'll go from there.
Amazing. So I am from Arizona. I went to school out there, Arizona State. I studied acting, but I actually took a few directing classes while I was there, and I remember liking it. But you back then you kind of had to choose a lane. Yeah. Even acting wise, you had to choose: do you want to do TV or movies? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Or theater,
comedy, or drama.
Exactly.
Right?
You were a little pigeonholed.
Yeah.
And luckily for us in this age now, like, you can do it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Even down to, like, when I was in college, are you a straight presenting actor?
Oh, yeah.
Or a queer presenting actor?
You could not do it both.
No.
It kind of was a slow start. I didn't have an agent. I did a lot of background work, which was great because it was time on set. It's a little bit of a rite of passage.
Yeah, and you're learning the industry from the ground up.
Exactly. You know how, like, we say as humans, everyone should be a server at some point so that you understand? I feel like directors all should have been a background actor and a PA.
Yes.
That way you really know where it starts.
Yes.
Start at the ground.
Exactly.
I actually was a stand-in too for a little while, and that got me into the production side. I worked with Under One Roof Productions for a while too, and they taught me how to be a producer. So it's like there's a little bit of everything. You just kind of learn from every gig you get.
Yeah, and that's a great piece of advice that Steph is talking about.
Yeah.
Say yes, even if it's not the thing you think you're there to do.
Yes.
Because you never know where that's going to take you. And I think, especially when we were younger and in college and coming out of college, it was a very yes or no, black and white sort of trajectory. And I think all of the beautiful experiences come out of the twists and turns that we don't expect, especially in this industry, because there is truly no straight one way to do it, one straight path.
There are so many universes. There's so many timelines. You can literally do anything. Yeah. And it's just about getting up and doing it. Obviously, concentrating acting, found the studio, and that really changed my life and my career that way. But then it wasn't until I joined a sketch group, and we were a group of actors who were just kind of wanting to make content, comedy. A lot of dark comedy. We were self-taught editors, directors, producers, and writers, and then we performed in all of our sketches. Nice. So I learned on Premiere Pro, and I found I loved editing. And then I actually started on a project called Bothered, which Jacob is a reoccurring guest star. And I was brought on as an editor and as a guest star as well, but I found myself on set. Do you remember how bossy I was that day?
Well, because I was like holding a boom, which I didn't know how to do. So someone needed to be bossy because we were all.
I'm like, if I'm editing this, I know how I want it to go on set. And so, Julie and Derek were like, "Are you directing this dang thing?" And I was like, "I think I am." And now we're 5 seasons later. Yeah. And so I think I've done, oh my gosh, almost 40 episodes. That really got my love of directing and my love of collaboration. Yes. Because I really got to see it from the pre-production to the end of post-production and then putting it out. So now we're here and we get to do that on such a large scale.